Welcome to the official Munzee Podcast.
I'm Rob, also known as Coach V, your host and the president of Munzee.
And I'm Craig, also known as C. Michelle. I started as an avid Munzee player, now proudly part of the team.
Each week, we'll delve into Munzee's mysteries, divulge some secrets, and inform players from around the world just what is coming your way.
So sit back, relax. Today's episode, we're going to chat about gardens and bonuses and mechs. And there's, again, Rob, so much more is coming out or has come out as well. Because we talk about the blog mostly when we read the blog for those who don't read the blog.
Yes, it's our job, you know.
Exactly.
If we want people to know, then we have to tell them the things that we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we read on the blog.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we read the blog. We also come up with it too.
Well,
but anyway.
I was going to say one of us may write it, but actually it's neither of us that write the official ones.
This is absolutely true. Meanwhile, Rob, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disheartened.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Great,
because
let's hear why.
one of my clan members is really letting the clan down.
I knew it. See, that's why I was like, the way you were starting it off was like, this is going to be about me.
If you're a clan member out there as well, you can relate to this. You know, you've done all the hard work, the hard press. You've done everything. You've got and your avatar is the main avatar in the group challenges for the level 5 or level 6, and you're thinking, yes, and we're going to get this. And then you see that one player in their individual stats is holding you back. Rob, What do we do?
Well, what we don't do is whenever I go to a warmer climate, I don't tend to go walking quite as much and getting all the physicals, or I don't have them built up around me. So, before you even ask what I'm up to this week, I'm going to cap a bunch of greenies to get my crates open to get the clan to the desired level. Yeah,
but the correct. You see, you took it personally, Rob. I was there trying to educate the players out there. What I normally do though is you reach out to that particular player and say, look, what do you need to do? Do you need a hand with anything? You know, and really approach them nicely about it. And if they are like for instance, you know, if they are struggling with opening crates, because that's one of the thing for Clan Wars, then offer them saying, look, you know, do you need some more crowbars, you know what I mean, to open your crates, so that sort of thing too. So, or Q rates for Sam. No. So yeah, either way, that's what I'm saying, Rob. Is you help your other clan members out. So you took it personally, mate. You took it personally.
Well, don't worry, I've got enough crowbars to use. I just have to use my 2 feet to go and get the rest of the greenies. But it's happening. Don't worry. Yes. Hey, what are you up to?
Mate, I'm currently touring again. I'm touring across Arizona, California, Nevada. As this goes live, I'll be actually in Tonopah, Nevada.
Wow.
Yeah. And then heading back to Vegas and doing a couple of things in Vegas before heading back to Sweet Home Alabama. I got to get that in here.
Wow. Yeah, you do. Yeah,
I know. But no, here for a geocaching, trip and event. I think I spoke about it last week. You know, with the 4,000 caches, and you know, wow. I'll hit over 20,000 finds for my overall total this next week. Wow. Rob. So there you go. Yeah.
And the good news is that you'll be able to drive your team along and use the VAC, and
correct.
You're not even going to have an eye on the on Munzee. You can still play. So that's good. You know what you need like a virtual auto deployer. What if you had that and it just put out little breadcrumbs along the way? Hey, there's a thought for you. Anyway,
you're poking bees nests already, Rob. Wow.
That's for later in the podcast. Stick around, everyone.
No, but and what is for later in the podcast as well is, you know, I've had similar issues per se, but they're not actually issues. They're just similar experiences, I'll call them, as other players. And we'll discuss that too. Meanwhile, Rob, in the US for last weekend, there was only one event in Minnesota. And I did see like our good friend, Minnesota boy, he's proudly part of the team. He went to that event too and racked up over 1 million points now, gaining on you, Rob.
Wow.
This month.
He's
gained 1 million points on you this month, Rob. So you never know. The next Rob versus Minnesota boy may be coming up.
Oh boy.
around the world, mate. We had Ontario, Canada, Germany, Spain, and Japan on the Monday too. So that was really cool. Sarah and the team there, I hope you really enjoyed that. Leaderboards over this weekend. Rob, did you want to start on the Friday?
Sure, why not? We had NZ Kiwi for 574,000, Tofu Girl 305,000, and a Gross Face 1 290,000.
Yeah. I did see Gross Face 2 was in fourth place. So. Or 1-1, I should say, was in fourth place.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. So Saturday, Rob, we had our friend Cruiser 5 from Minnesota, 601,000 points. Then this is a new name, Rob. 218 Goat Girl. 218 Goat Girl with 532,000 points. And in third place, we had TJ Jacks on 380,000 points on Sunday, mate.
Jaroslav Kos with 475,000, Vatotech 329, and Tofu Girl 272,000.
Now, Rob, this weekend is going to be huge because there's no events at all.
Nice fake.
Not in the US and not around the
world. We've got this dry period of 10 or 12 days worth of no events, which is Yeah, the end of the month, the end of November in particular. So, America, you got Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone out there, Americans. And so everybody else just kind of chilling their way into December. But December, full of Christmas events, and filling up even more. Yeah, so Lou has been very busy. If anybody wants to get a holiday event on the calendar, please do it.
Oh, for December, exactly. Meanwhile, Rob, we're going back to Thanksgiving. I will say happy Thanksgiving to you, sir.
Oh,
and even though I'm from Australia, we've never celebrated Thanksgiving. It's an American thing because of the history of it, etc., etc. But I will say it's one of my favorite times of the year because I love the idea of giving thanks to your family and friends and loved ones. So everyone out there should don't call it. You don't have to call it Thanksgiving because it's American. You can just say, have some time to with your family and friends, Rob. Spend some quality time.
It's a great
eat
idea.
Some quality food. So that's probably the thing I like it the most, to be honest with you. But anyway,
probably
the big events coming up, Rob. December 7th, Newmarket, England. This one here is as I said before last week. This could be a mega before they even start. That's on December 7th in Newmarket, England. January 9 to 11, North Netherlands. FRLK's birthday, January 16 to 18, Munzee Mecca in Florida. That one's building too. February 20. Oh, the Munzee Mecca. I saw some new gardens being published out there too.
Oh yeah.
So, yes, Coalcracker 7 and the team out there are publishing gardens in and around the event locations, which is really cool.
That's cool.
February 20th, Foley, Alabama, the day before Bamarama Mega as well. And I'll be there hosting that one. March 6th and 7th, Munzee Madness, 4 events. That one there is going to be quite fun, Rob, over in California. And then in September 18 to 20, Munzee Mania, Minnesota. I've still got to say it that way. I don't know why, but anyway. So there you have it, Rob. There are all the events for the weekend, the past, etc. Now let's get on to what's been happening this week, Rob.
Yes, let's. How about we start off with something easy? Gardens of the Month. Yeah. Yes. So we passed out the Gardens of the Month. So congrats to Dad35 who designed the Eiffel Tower that's in Hamburg, Germany. Did you know that there was an Eiffel Tower in Hamburg? There's not. It's just a virtual garden. That was a joke. So yeah, it was a nice looking garden. I know you're looking at me for real.
It's too early. It's too early for Rob jokes.
Well, and I got 3 hours of sleep on a flight. So hey, what are you gonna do? It's gonna be a bad one. Then the other winner. So again, congrats, Dad35, and to all of those who deployed in that garden. You got a sweet looking badge. Then the other one was designed by Cruiser5, who we just mentioned on the leaderboards. And it's the Rocky Mountain National Park, which is in Larimer, Colorado. So those were the 2 that were chosen for November. What do you have to say about that?
All I'll say, Rob, is everyone get into their gardens in early. The whole list is there for all of 2026. So you get a garden in. Don't try and get one in right now for December, for instance. It's going to take too long to fill up. Remember, the smaller the garden they are, then the quicker they are to fill up. They have to be 50 pins because they have to have a POI as well. No temporary virtuals in there whatsoever. So no cards, no potions, none of that sort of stuff. They've all got to be actual virtuals that stay on the map. But I will say, Rob, when choosing this month just gone by, it's not just me that chooses. It's a team of us that choose. There was 4 to choose from. This is the first month, I think, ever that we've had this Garden of the Month back that I've been involved in, whereby it was really a split decision. It really was a split. It was a hard decision to make between these 4 that were out there as well. And I won't mention the other 2 because you never know. They may come back in for Garden of the Month for something else. So if you don't win Garden of the Month, you can put it in again and again and again if it suits or relates to the topic and theme. So that's all I'll say about that, Rob. I mean, yeah, it was fun to go back and forward. And in the end, we did one sort of, because it was the theme itself was National Treasure, I think it was, or something similar. I can't even remember now. I didn't write it in the notes.
Yeah, I think so, right? I believe so.
Yeah, and so we did one like man-made style and one natural style. So that's what it was. So very, very cool indeed. All right, Rob, moving on now to December event schedule. Oh, man. You said at the beginning of November, we as in Munzee, dropped the ball a little bit in regards to November, bonus weekends, etc. We didn't let them know until too late. This time it's nice and early for everyone out there, and it needed to be. Tell us more about the Adventure Mailbox bonus event.
Well, there's something going on every single day of the month if you're a mailbox owner, right? Yeah. So mailbox owners, kind of like whenever we give premium members, special perks, we appreciate those who support the game. And the Adventure Mailbox obviously was not free. So thanks for getting those. If you do not have a mailbox yet, then please go to the online store and get one. Those are $25. That gives you 31 days of prizes. It also gives you 31 days of bonus points and special events. We kind of call them, within our world. So how about if I just talk? So the easiest thing for people to do would be to look at the news section in the app, because you can see all the information. Beyond that, on social media and also on our blog, we've got a very nice graphic, which I'm sure someone's going to take it and make it look different and possibly better. Who knows? But we've got a graphic. That always happens. And there it is. So let me tell you about the colorful things. So we have double magnet strength on the 1st through the 4th. We have double mini cubimals. So that's kind of like what we've been testing, what we tested a couple of weeks ago or last week. So every crate that you open is going to have double mini cubimals in it again. From the 15th to the 18th, we've got double mech deploys. And this one goes outside the world of the mailbox. This is for everyone. December 15th to 18th, double mech deploys. I wonder if that ties in to some clan requirements. Maybe it does.
And if it does,
between me and you,
I'll stop it right there. If it does, everyone, all you players out there have been shown that you get double mech deploys between the 15th and 18th. What that means, if you don't understand it yet, that is, if you're a player and you have mechs ready to go, cogs ready to go, you are not going to deploy them on the 1st to the 14th. You're not. In the first 2 weeks, you're not going to deploy them. So what I suggest you do is do not put out a scrap star expecting it to be full, because there'll be no mechs on the map. So, and don't complain about it not being full. We've told you now. I've told you now. The calendar's there now for you as well. Do not do it and then go to the water cooler and make the complaint from there, because that's what happens. But
100 people on December 3rd with a scrap star on the map, and that will be 97 upset people. So yes, I agree. Please, please. The first 3 people will get plenty of mechs.
But that's it. Yeah.
Oh, it's painful. Anywho,
but that's I'm just letting people know, Rob, because some people don't actually understand that either. You know what I mean? So this is what I said before about this game being a game of strategy. And Clan Wars goes the entire month from the 3rd to the 31st, which means you don't have to be you can't be at level 6 from the 10th anyway. Yeah, because you've got days of play. So you can't just go, oh, well, I'll do everything except for days of play to the 10th. No. Hold off. Yeah. Space yourself out. December's the month for visiting family and friends and having that Christmas cheer, Rob. So, experience it, smooth it out throughout the whole month. Smooth out your Munzee play throughout the whole month, not just all in the first 2 weeks. Anyway.
Wow, this is like the intermission right in the middle of the podcast with a chat, pointed chat from See My Shell. Wow. Excellent. I will say that Clan requirements are coming out as usual on the 28th, which as this podcast goes live, that means a few hours from now. So they come out on Friday. Yay! Yeah. Get ready, everyone. Then we also have another event going on in December. It's the 22nd through the 25th. It's double magnet strength. Mm-hmm. So yes, we know not everyone enjoys the magnets. That's okay. This one's at the end of the month. So if you need some more points, that's the whole point of it being toward the end of the month. Enjoy. That's all I got to say about that.
And Rob, I'll say something about that now too. See, again, this leads in perfectly to the month that is. 25th is Christmas Day. If you're stuck at home on Christmas Day and you're busy because your family's coming over, you're cooking that turkey, you're putting the prawns on the barbecue, whatever you might be doing wherever you're around the world, you've got a Skyland or a treehouse at your house. Magnetize that. You got double magnet strength. Bam, there you go, done. 1 cap, you're all done. 14 bounces. That's some good points for that day. Move on and enjoy Christmas Day. So
yeah.
Hey,
see? Even for the other side of the coin, you don't celebrate Christmas. Cool. Go out, do a nice little long drive, because nobody else is going to be on the road. Yeah. So go, throw some magnets and have a good time. All right, the final event piece of the month is double Whittles points, and it goes for deploys and everything from the 29th through the 31st. There's double points on all different types of things throughout the entire month. It's greenies and cards for the mailbox owners. We've got virtual colors and jewels the first weekend, mysteries and destinations the second weekend. The third weekend is double points on mechs and bouncers. What
is that? And after then the double mech deploys? Wow, wow! It's like someone at Munzee HQ sort of understands the play.
If I were a player, I would put a scrap star out on the 19th, because the 19th is when all the deploys will be bouncing. You get double points, and it's going to fill. Anywho, final weekend is double points on gaming and evolutions, and that is the event schedule for December. Go look at it. It's on the blog. Yeah, there's no way you're going to remember. So that's it.
No, it's on there. And and screen save it if you need to know exactly what's what, and go from there. Meanwhile, Rob, let's talk about, speaking of the double mechs, etc., let's talk about the new mech that come out, a Sirloin mech has come out. Tell us more about Sirloin.
I don't remember. This is some sort of dad joke line, isn't it? Sirloin is, the new mech. He's available in the online store. 7 cogs to rebuild. A nice little mech to go along with. It's the Dads of Sirwood Forest or something like that, isn't it? I think that's what it's called.
Look at you remembering. Wow.
Sir Cuttree was one of the early ones as well. They're pretty entertaining.
You never know what other sirs may come out, or mams for that matter too. So we'll say that. This one's actually on sale right now at the moment too, on store. So it's cheaper than what it normally is. So go, if you haven't got your Sirloin mech, go and get it, and because you get the blueprint with it, and then you can utilize that for the double mech deploys. You see, for your 7 cogs rebuild. There you go.
Hey, nice.
Meanwhile, Rob, the Winter BVGs have now been out, and they're sold out. They sold out so far. They always sell out fast, these ones. So tell us more about the Winter BVGs, Rob.
So the Winter BVGs were built by lovely See My Shell. Great designs, well done. Always popular. They're very unique. They're very limited. This time we set them up so that they were sold 10 hours apart, and everyone was limited to only 1 per garden. So there were 4 gardens, which means if you were online for each of the sales every 10 hours when they started, then yes, you could have purchased one of those BVG pens. So what's the point in doing that? The point in us limiting and separating the sales by that many hours is just for different players around the world, different time zones, able
and
to
everyone gets a chance rather than one person just chuck some cash down and go bam, and they take the entire garden, and we all know these gardens, these BVGs, how many times they bounce around the world and how many points you actually get for what they are. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. So
yeah, the events over this past weekend had these brand new gardens bouncing to them, but I decided that I wanted to hold it back just a little bit and not make every garden bounce to every event. So that way people, still have to go to some December events in order to get the other winter BVGs. Yeah. So these are going to bounce all the way through until January 1st. And that's what's happening with BVGs.
A lot of work for them to do in December, Rob, with all the calendar by the looks of things too, which is really cool. Meanwhile, Rob, the community vote now is still ongoing. We spoke about this last week on this show. It ends on Sunday. So if you haven't done the community vote yet and you want to have a say then go into the community vote and have a look. I will say this as well. If you don't care for the community vote, then don't play the community vote. That's all it is.
Then just hang on to your community credits and don't use them. And that's fine. No problem. If you hate all of them, go in and downvote everything. That's fine. Just send a message to us somehow through these community credits or just don't vote. And that's fine too.
It maxes out at 1,000 community credits and you can't see it on your map. You have to go in somewhere special to see how many community credits you have. So just ignore pieces of the game you don't like.
Go into the camp hub. You can see how many you have when you click on the little yellow birdhouse ballot box thingy. Click on that, tells you how many you have, tells you, if you want to vote, and there's a slider, you can use all of them, none of them, it's all good. So,
I will say,
go give it a check. What were you going to say?
I will say after we recorded last week and then when they came out as well, it was quite a good conversation piece on the water cooler in regards to, I think it was Ryan Roque actually said he doesn't like the downvoting side of things because he feels like it cancels out his vote. So in other words, you can cancel. And it's not actually the case because if you have a look, it doesn't cancel out the vote because there goes a green, which is a positive, but then there's the red, which is negative. So you're not actually canceling anyone's vote out. All you're doing is you're showing people showing Munzee, I should say. The fact is that, no, I really don't want that. You know what I mean? That sort of thing too. So if you have a look, you may have 1,000 votes for the positive on one and one negative vote. And then you got 1,000 votes or 2,000 votes on another one, but then you got 1,000 negative votes. You're going, hang on. See, that second one is a more controversial, whereas the first one, more people like it. You know what I mean? So we can actually gauge and tell which ideas that people like and which ones they're sort of humming and hawing about and that sort of thing too. So it's not about cancelling votes. I'll say that. It's more about giving us an idea as to what would be controversial and what would be nice and easy.
It is a perfect example because right now the daily stroll upgrades is in the lead.
Yes,
and as of right now, over 6,000 votes and down votes 88.
Exactly. So you can tell
that's an overwhelming positive reaction as opposed to what I talked about, which was the Z-Bay marketplace, which has just under 4,000 votes and 1,000 downvotes. So that's that sends a message that yes, there's some controversy there.
Controversy. I like to call it controversy. It is true. It's true. Meanwhile, Rob, moving on, we've got the traveling troops are back as well, but they've been back all this week since this podcast goes live, and they're only available for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what's left from now.
Yep. So track them down. Will they be back? Of course they will.
Yeah, exactly. And I like the traveling trips, Rob, because they do land on the flats, you see. So if you've got a flat garden near you, that sort of thing, then you will get quite a few traveling trips bouncing all those flat gardens. And they are pretty cool. Just extra points for nothing, really, to be honest with you, for playing the game. Rob, I'm going to move on now to the question, not the question of the week, the questions of the week. And this came about after the VAC was released. And even we spoke about some of these issues last week on the podcast, but we're going to reiterate them again. First question is, why is it 30 minutes or 100 Munzees? And the reason for that is some people are saying mine only lasted 30 seconds. So, and that's because it goes to the 100 Munzees. So if you're in a high area, I mean, we've seen it before. I've done it before where I've been in a high Munzee area and I've activated the VAC and it's just gone up and down within 5 seconds because it's 100 Munzee. It acted like a blast, but it basically blasted every virtual rather than just the non-blastables as well. So what's the benefits of why the 30 or 100? Because people are saying they want 30 minutes full stop and they can cap as many as they want in 30 minutes. It's like,
of course they do. Yeah.
Tell us more.
Imagine what it would be if we left you with an unlimited 30-minute virtual auto capture. Believe me, it would be layered in gold. So that is not how that's going to go down. Instead, we decided that what would make sense was the rule of the blast, because this is like a moving blast. Mm-hmm. So 100 Munzees, and the same thing is true with a blast. A blast will cap up to 100 Munzees. It's not guaranteed 100 Munzees every single time. No. It's up to 100 within a mile. So this has the same type of parameters built in. It's up to 100 or 30 minutes. And can they go in 30 seconds? Absolutely. If you choose a very, very densely populated place, it's going to go quick. Is that faster than you sliding and tapping 100 times? Guaranteed it is. That's the reason for the using the VAC, the purchase that goes into that. So don't forget, this is $1. At least that's what the cost is right now for Z Crew as they're purchasing these to use any additional ones after the freebie that we gave them. It's very much still being tested. We're looking for the feedback, and we've
got some good feedback too, and we're seeing some not just good feedback, but actual. When I say good feedback, I don't mean this is great. I mean good feedback, as in how about something like this, and some ideas that came through, and there was been some issues that come through as well, which is really good to see. Some issues that you and I didn't pick up, Rob, for instance, because we can't test. We can only test what's on our map, for instance. You know what I mean? So if I'm in an area where I'm only going to get 80 caps in 30 minutes, then I can't test the multiple VACs and that sort of thing too. So, which is really good to see. But I will say as well is that the next question itself would be: do the filters work like blast with the filters? So, does it work like with you have filters on the VAC?
If you set the blast filters and you use the toggle and you turn it on, that is how you also use those filters within the VAC. It's not what you have on the map. It is set the blast filter, toggle that on, and then if that's toggled on, that's all it's going to use. That's all it's going to get in the VAC. Yeah. Test that, because that's how it's supposed to work. If it's not working that way, send in a support ticket. Exactly. But if you don't have the blast filter toggle on, it will be vacuuming absolutely everything, all the virtuals except the shooting stars. That's everything else,
including wishing wells. So that moves on to the next one, Rob. Is that does it pick up all virtuals like POIs and resorts, etc.? You just said that as well. It picks up everything except for stars. And one thing I'll go as another thing as well, and that is with resorts, for instance. People are saying, does picking up a resort, does it class as a 1 capture out of the 100, or does every room class as 1?
It is supposed to be 1 resort is 1 cap, and that's it. So
no matter how many rooms are in there. Yep. That's right. That's right. I like that too.
We are testing that to make sure, but that is the answer. Yeah.
Yep. Another thing I'd like to point out as well, you just mentioned before in regards to the price point on this as well, compared to sort of a blast. It's a lot cheaper than a blast, but some people have noticed, Rob, and I did too. I went to the store, and the store says $25 and scratched out, and it's got $5 written there. And they've gone, well, that's what's going on there. I sent the person who asked me the message. I sent that person back the screenshot and circled. It says +5, but the +5 is like a sticker across how many would ordinarily be there. So I said, you're paying $5 for 5 right now. the $25 isn't going to be for 5 in the future, just saying. So there's a sticker. If you have a look closely at the actual the picture itself, there's a sticker saying like plus, like for 5 across the number that it normally is. So
I got you. You've got me so concerned that I'm opening the store.
I can see it in your eyes.
What does that mean? Why does it say 25? What? I see now what you're talking about.
And
there's a compare at price.
And you can see
now there's not.
That's gone now from
that was an accident.
This is another question, and this is actually quite a decent question, but again, it's probably one that you can't answer because you have to ask the tech crew, and that is, can we add the number of capped Munzees under the countdown timer so we can sort of count as it goes through? It's too hard, is it? They render out.
I don't expect us doing this. Sam will be the one who can answer it, but this is not on the radar of like, hey, this is necessary. What we've put together is this is our launch product, and then we want to do a few things to make sure that it works properly, which is why we're doing this big open beta testing. And then there are things that we would have down the road called polish. So this might be something for polish. However, a countdown timer, I can only imagine that, not a countdown timer. We already have that, but having something that you can numbers that you could actually read, showing how many, and that it would click. All of that seems far too complicated for all that we're trying to do here, really. So that's what I would say. And
that was my thought too when I looked at it also. So it is what it is. Meanwhile, we're going to end with a Munzee tip of the week. And speaking of the vax as well, I experienced this myself personally, and therefore then created this Munzee tip of the week from it. And that is, please, players out there, do not do what I did. Do not do my mistake. Do not deploy any destinations like a scrap star or a tunnel of hugs or any of those sort of things whilst you're running the vac, because it will cap it straight away and there's got no chance to actually get any bounces on it. So if you're running a vac, do not deploy any of those sort of temporary destinations whereby you can, attract things on them. So.
It's nice of you to learn the lessons for people. Hopefully they will listen so that they don't have to learn the lesson as well. Yep.
And I learned that lesson the hard way, and I missed out on a whole day of that capping that one as well. So anyway, Rob, on that note, that ends another official Munzee podcast.
Thanks for joining us on this Munzee adventure.
Don't forget, subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting app, and join us next week for another informative episode.
And remember, Munzee is more than a game. It's a worldwide community of mobile game players.
So keep scanning, keep discovering, keep the Munzee spirit alive. 1, 2, 3, vac on.
Turkey on.
Oh, yeah. Happy
Munzee on.